Today on Let's Fish TV, I'm joined by my good friend John Bird III. We're at Lake Murray, South Carolina. We're getting near the spawn and the fish are in the grass, and we're gonna be using one of my favorite baits out there. You're not gonna wanna miss today. We're gonna smoke some big ones. Let's Fish TV is on the air right now.
That's a big one right there.
It's time for the only program that brings you real-time fishing reports from the Southeast region every week.
You ever caught a fish that big?
No!
Got it.
Not of the day. There you go. Another redfish. Got him. Now, that's what Let's Fish TV is all about right there, guys. Welcome to Let's Fish TV. I'm your host, Andrew Upshaw, and today we're at Lake Murray, South Carolina. I'm joined by my good friend, John Bird III of Rather Outdoors. He's a social media director. He's a good friend of mine and a really, really good fisherman. We'll be fishing for largemouth bass in the hydrilla, fishing swim jigs, lipless crankbaits, vibrating jigs, and one of my favorite baits of all time, the hybrid hunter. We'll also have this week's fishing report from your local region from our insider reporters. In the meantime, I'm gonna get this Bass Cat Mercury launch, get all my Lowrance units turned on. We'll toss it back to the studio for your weekend planner.
The Salooner tables are showing excellent fishing conditions Saturday and good on Sunday. Peak daytime activity will start around 1:27 on Saturday and 2:26 Sunday afternoon. Nighttime action picks up around 12:52 on Saturday and 1:52 on Sunday night. Depending on your local area, expect the sun to rise around 6:20 and set around 8:36. Evenings will be an almost new moon that's 5% visible. Keep up with our latest fishing adventures, tips and tricks from Let's Fish TV by joining us on Facebook, Instagram, and subscribing to our YouTube channel.
Today we're out on Lake Murray. We got perfect weather conditions. You know, we've got a good wind coming in today. The water temp should be in the high 50s, low 60s. The fish are getting ready to spawn, but not quite there yet. We got a big cold front that came in, and that means big bass in the grass. And that's what we're gonna be doing today. We're gonna be fishing a couple of different baits, from a red-eyed shad, a swim jig, chatterbait, and even a Strike King hybrid hunter. And hopefully we'll catch one on that. That's one of my favorite baits out there. Not real sure what to expect for today, but I know we're gonna have a lot of fun. You ready to go?
Oh yeah.
Let's do it. We go. Golly, just smacked it. That's a pretty good one there. There we go. Oh, hybrid hunter. Oh, it's a big one. Yeah. God, that is a dang tank right there. That's what you come to Lake Murray for. That's what I'm talking about. Golly. Dang hybrid hunter.
In the grass.
In the grass. Ooh. Look at the size of that one, guys. That is exactly what you come for here in South Carolina. Golly. Today I'm joined my good friend John Bird of Rather Outdoors. And he's like, hey man, we're gonna go catch him on a hybrid hunter and a red-eyed shad today, and he wasn't lying. Goodness gracious. You know, it's crazy when you get around the grass, and especially when I'm fishing grass back home on Rayburn, Toledo Bend, the one bait I pick up is a hybrid hunter.
All day.
And we come to Lake Murray. You know, I've been to Murray quite a few times, Forksville Cups, stuff like that. And it's a herring lake, but it has grass in it. It has hydrilla, it has eelgrass, it has a pondweed in it. It has a lot of different types of grass. And notoriously, most of the time people here, they're chasing the herring bite, right?
Right.
But those big pre-spawn females, like we just caught, are staging out there in that grass. And to me, and just like you, there's no better bait than a red-eyed shad or a hybrid hunter. You know, and I know you've been kind of experimenting with a hybrid hunter this year, kind of really getting your feel for it. Actually, the other day at Santee Cooper, got third place on the hybrid hunter. It is just a all-around good bait, shallow water. And today's episode, we're gonna break down the hybrid hunter, talk about what makes it so unique, how it runs in the water, and it's different. It's different than square bill, and we're gonna break that down, but we're not gonna do it yet. You're gonna have to stay tuned for just a minute. We're gonna try to catch another giant here at Lake Murray, South Carolina.
Hey y'all, it's time for your Carolinas Report, brought to you by Crazy Sister Marina. Hey, trips are booking up. You want to come down and enjoy a great time on the water here with our wonderful captains. Visit crazysistermarina.com. If you've been offshore any lately on any of those live bottoms in 90 to 120 foot of water, you've seen that the red snapper fishery seems to be doing pretty good offshore. This is going to be your chance to get out there and harvest some of those incredible tasting beasts. So get out there and make sure you mark that down on your calendar for your short red snapper season. Also, we'll move in and go along the beach right now. It's time to patrol those schools of menhaden for cobia, and they're out there. I'll tell you what, we're starting to see some real big cobia get caught. Our good buddies up in Riceville Beach area starting to concentrate on the mouth of that creek and the inlets up there, finding a lot of big cobia right now. Get out with a jig, an artificial eel. Live menhaden work great. Get those fish enticed into a bite. You're going to have an incredible time with them on the end of the rod. This has been your Carolinas Report, brought to you by Crazy Sister Marina. Remember, fish smarter, not harder, and keep your chaos organized.
Oh, it's another big one. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about. Golly. Dang, looks like a yellow one. Woo.
Come here.
There we go. Oh, we got you. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Oh man, good job. That's what I'm talking about. Hybrid hunter strikes again. Nothing wrong with that. Gotta get this joker unhooked. Goodness gracious. There we go. Check that out, guys. Big old pre-spawn fat female. Another solid fish. I mean, golly, dude, this is awesome. Look how fat that belly is. You know, like I said, I've been to Lake Murray quite a few times. And actually, when I fished here last time, there was a lot of that pondweed, but the hydrilla hadn't taken off. And it's just been the last handful of years that the hydrilla has really gotten good.
Yep.
I mean, this is a hidden gem as far as I'm concerned. There's not many people talking about Lake Murray, but after this show, there might be. You know what I'm saying? So let's get this fish back. I want to talk to you about the hybrid hunter, how to fish it, and the colors that you might need. A square bill, naturally, the way it dives is more nose down and the way it grinds. Well, what a hybrid hunter is designed to do is push water. It has an L-shaped bill, which allows the bait to run more parallel with the grass instead of nose down. What this is allowing you to do is fish it A, shallower, and B, it's gonna fish more like a jerkbait. And that's what people don't realize, is it is more of a jerkbait slash swim bait slash crankbait than it is necessarily just like an average square bill. The other thing that makes it different is this. It's extremely loud, just like a lipless crankbait, like a red-eyed shad or something. You know, and there's two different versions. He has on the regular version. This is just the standard hybrid hunter, and from the naked eye, they look identical, but this one is the shallow version. The shallow version is only gonna run like 1 to 2 foot, whereas his is gonna run 3 to 4 foot. And depending on the depth of the grass, the top of the grass is where you pick which one you need. So in a tournament situation or even just a fishing situation, a lot of times I'll have each one tied on. But hey, we're gonna get back to fishing. The fishing is great here right now. I can't wait to catch another one. It's his turn though. He's gotta catch one today, okay? So we gotta get back to fishing, but we're gonna talk about color here in just a little while. I have a feeling we're about to smash another big one. That's just my feeling. It's your turn though.
Oh yeah.
Let's see it, let's get it done.
Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there. Power Pull, Total Boat Control. Balls Out, made in the USA. Heavy duty mounts for your fish finders. Rely on, challenge your limits.
Another nice fish. 3.5, 3.5, around that range. Another good fish. Look at all the markings on them. There's one. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's a good one. Oh, it's another dang good one. Heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Man, the hybrid hunter is just playing today, isn't it?
Heck yeah.
I got him hooked right underneath the jaw.
Boat flip.
Boat flip time. Oh, we got one eye. Look at that. Oh, there we go. Dang. I got to get the pliers for that one. I stuck him good. Man, oh man. I mean, like really good. I don't even know how I hooked him so dang good. There we go. All right, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Another nice fish. 3.5, around that range. Another good fish. Look at all the markings on him. I love all the black marks. You can see him on both sides of the fish, and he actually only has one eye. You know, we got a bad eye here and a good eye here, but a good solid fish. What I was noticing is this one kickoff drain off of the main creek that comes in actually had some color change to it. And it was like floating color change. It's not like normal. We're gonna talk about that. We're also gonna talk about the color the hybrid hunter you need, but let's get this fish back. When it comes to color for the hybrid hunter, I basically break it down into 3 categories. You've got your shades of white, or like a solid white bait. You know, there's a bunch of different versions of it. We have the new Sexy Shad 2.0. Yep. We have some really cool looking colors when it comes to that. This is oyster. This happens to just be one of my favorite colors. Then you have a flash type, you know, whether it be gold or chrome, and that's gonna help in especially a little bit more stained water, sunshine out. As you can tell today, it's a little bit cloudy, so I wouldn't really necessarily turn to the gold today, but it's definitely one I always seem to have tied on. And then obviously the one that we do have tied on today, this one is a more of a transparent color. So when it comes to breaking down which one you need, it's all about watercolor, time of year. You know, another really good option would be a red one. I mean, red is such a dominant color around grass. Today we're opting more for the shad patterns, but I'm gonna tell you guys, don't be afraid to pick up a chili crawl or Delta Red hybrid hunter and get ready to tie one on, and I'm telling you, you're gonna catch a fish on it. But day in and day out, if you have these 3 types of colors, transparent, flash, and white, you're likely to catch one. What is your favorite color though?
Probably either smooth shad or just smooth, which is the white one that got like the blue pattern going down the sides of it. I love that one.
Yeah, that's a really good one. You know, actually that was one of the original colors in it, and it's just such a solid color, and it would carry more on the white side of things like this one right here. Get you a couple of them. Don't be afraid to throw them. We're gonna talk about gear here in just a little while. I have a feeling we're gonna crush some more giants today. Let's get back to it. It's your turn, buddy. Let's go. Come on.
Hey y'all, welcome to my favorite part of the show, the Alabama, Mississippi, and Georgia Coastal Fishing Report. This segment's brought to you by me, Captain Patrick Armisen with Ugly Fishing. You can check out my website at uglyfishing.com. You can book online as well as some money-saving opportunities on the homepage with saltsgone, lurenet.com, and Pure Flats Fishing, creator of the Slick Lure. Hey, along the Alabama Gulf Coast, speckled trout's been king. The speckled trout bite's been really good from the middle part of the bay all the way down to the beaches. This is going to be a pretty common theme for the next couple of weeks, I would say. The speckled trout are feeding on live shrimp really well as shrimp imitations. Both of those rigged under popping corks has been real effective in shallower water, say 6 feet and shallower. Talked to Andrew Whitman out of Black Dot Charters over in Biloxi, Mississippi. He said that the redfish bite in the bay has been phenomenal, and he said the speckled trout bite is doing really well on the islands. Key there is taking some live croakers with you. Talked to Tim Cole, Spartina Adventures out of Georgia. He said that the speckled trout bite around the new and full moon along the beaches has been phenomenal. He said, well, outside of those days, he's going in around the creeks and the rivers and still catching some speckled trout inside. He said that the redfish bite has been phenomenal at daylight, throwing top water lures. He said it's really, really good action. He said also along the beaches, showing up now is the tarpon and the triple tail. So, hey, plenty of options out there, guys. Y'all remember, only keep what you need, leave the rest, and God bless, guys.
Yep.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
That's a big one too.
Heck yeah. Maybe the white is the deal now. That cloud rolled in. Oh, come on,
Ain't
fish.
that rig.
Oh, don't you hook me. There we go.
There we go.
That's a good one there. Man, good job, buddy. It just fell out. You had him pinned perfect. Look at that fish. That's a nice fish, man. And you know, this fish is only like, I don't know, about 18 inches long or so, and is easily 3.5 pounds. I mean, he's so fat. Look how thick that thing is.
Yep.
These fish are all staged up. You know, this is really important. You know, we were talking about color earlier, and John ended up throwing, is that sexy herring?
No, this is blueback.
Blueback, yeah. Yep, that's blueback. And it's a little bit more of a muted white. And that's what you need. But you know, the clouds rolled in and they stopped eating that transparent color. Gosh, what a good fish. We're gonna get this fish back. But John is actually, he switched to that sexy blueback herring, and it's just such a solid color, especially in a lake that is full of blueback herring. But when it comes to rod and reel and line that you need for this particular technique, you know, there's a couple different things you can use. Most of the time for me, I really like this Signature Series swim bait rod. It's a Marcros swim bait rod. It's a heavy enough rod that you're able to rip that bait out of the grass, but still be able to land fish. You know, I had a bite earlier that knocked slack in my line, and I went to go set the hook. If you're using too limber of a rod, you're always gonna miss that fish. 17 pound, you wanna have 17 to 20 pound Strike King contra fluorocarbon. I know he's throwing 17, I'm throwing 17, and this might be the most important factor is your reel. You need a 7:5 to 1 gear ratio. If you're throwing a slow reel, you're not gonna be able to catch up with those fish that eat it at the top of the mat and being able to reel down and set the hook. That one slacklined you. I saw your line just go boom. He smoked it. And if you have a slow gear ratio reel, you're not gonna catch up to him. But on the flip side of things, you don't want a very fast gear ratio reel because you over reel the bait. So having that happy medium, that 7:5 to 1 gear ratio is crucial for this particular technique.
Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by Lake Hartwell Country. Catch the feeling. Lose, feel the difference. Strike King, tie one on. And by Glacier Outdoors since 1982.
Golly. I mean, I guess Murray has some big crappie too, fellas. Oh my goodness. I finally caught up to him. That's a pretty decent one. Not a giant. Oh, I think it's a crappie.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, check out the size of this crappie, guys.
Doggone slab.
What? Look at the size of that crappie on the hybrid hunter.
I told you this was slab.
Golly. I mean, I guess Murray has some big crappie too, fellas. Oh my goodness. Wow, what a fish. I know my grandmother's probably rolling over in her grave right there seeing me throw that crappie back. But real fast, I want to talk to you about Lowrance C-Map. You know, the reason we are catching them today is having a really good mapping system. And we've caught bass and obviously a really big crappie. But one of the most important aspects of today is target recognition and figuring out where the fish are. And so today we found out that they're in the drains. These little channels, kickoff channels, and that built-in C-Map. This is what you find in all the Lowrance HGS Lives or HGS Pros that you have, is the built-in C-Map. That's what I'm using today, and I can stay exactly in this drain, and I can find the targets by using my active target 2, and you can actually see where the dips and the drains are in there, exactly what is shown on the map. So being able to find those little things is really, really important when it comes to, you know, figuring out where the fish are gonna be. And I'm gonna tell you guys, like, ever since I started using the C-Map, it's changed the game for me in almost every single lake I've been to. So get you an HGS Pro, use the built-in C-Map or use the C-Map reveal card, and you'll be glad that you did. I'm gonna get back to fishing. I have a feeling I'm gonna at least have a chance at another big crappie. Man, this is about where I caught that 6-pounder a few minutes ago.
Got one.
Got one?
Mm-hmm.
Is it going?
Yeah.
Yeah, get you down the grass.
Yep.
And where's he at? You sure you can get a crappie?
Nah.
Dang, he got you down like in the grass. Oh, there's one just blew up right there. Sorry, John, I'm gonna have to see if I can catch that fish real fast. Need me to get you over there? Yo, you got grass. Oh, there's a bass. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Come here, fish. He straight up buried you in that stuff. Oh, got him. Look at that. Look at all the grass he just pulled up. Holy cow. There we go. Good job, man. That's a nice 3.5 pounder.
Yep.
Look at all that grass. That's money. Get the hybrid hunter and you're gonna catch you some bass. Get that fish back. So, John, you work in the fishing industry. You work for Rather Outdoors, which is, you know, the parent company for Strike King, Lose, Salmo,
Mock Nation.
Mock Nation. What do you do for Rather Outdoors?
So I run their social media, so I run all the pages for Lose, Strike King, and Mock Nation. So every post that goes up, every comment, that's all me in the background.
That's awesome. You know, it's funny because I actually used to be in that exact same role. You know, a lot of people don't realize that I was, you know, one of the people on the backside of Lose and Strike King. John took over and has done an absolutely bang up job. You've always done a really great job as far as keeping up with content and everything. So if you are on social media, you go check out Lose, Strike King, and Mock Nation. And anytime you see a post, it's gonna be from John.
That's right.
That's awesome. But guys, you know, I've had a great time with John today. We've absolutely smashed him here on Lake Murray. Thanks for coming out with me today, buddy.
Appreciate it.
But we're gonna head back to the ramp. We're gonna talk about everything that we did here on Lake Murray here in just a minute.
Watch our latest episode or catch up on past episodes on our website at letsfishtv.com. Be sure to hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and download the free Waypoint TV app to get all the latest episodes every week on your phone, tablet, computer, or smart TV. Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by Mercury, Go Boldly, Lowrance, the ultimate fishing system, Gulf Shores and Orange Beach Tourism. Let's fish on Alabama's beaches. Motor Guides Tour Pro with GPS anchor, powered by passion. Here's today's Right Stuff, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Today on Lake Murray, we are basically using one particular bait to catch our fish in just a couple of different colors. You know, for me, I was using a Clearwater Minnow Hybrid Hunter. You know, this is a excellent option when you have a little bit more sunlight. And in the beginning of the day, when we had a little bit more light penetration, this was the color. Later in the day, when it got a little bit more cloudy, John actually switched to the sexy blueback herring color and caught the last couple of fish of the day. I had a couple short strikes on mine, and a lot of that has to do with light penetration. We're fishing it on 17-pound Strike King Contra fluorocarbon and a 7.6 swim bait rod. It was a phenomenal day. I cannot wait to come back. And until next time, I'll see you on the water.